What's up everyone, welcome back to my top 10 setups of the day series. Before we get started, make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel to see more of these amazing setups. Just before we get started then, I have been away for a little bit, so that's why I've not been posting, but hopefully from now we'll be back to normal. We're starting this list off with a setup submitted by Mikey Mikes, who is clearly a big superhero fan. Starting with their displays, they've got an incredibly large Samsung SR35 27-inch monitor, as well as a 4K Samsung TV stacked on top of it. The whole setup is powered by the OP's PC, which is situated underneath the desk, and it utilises a deep cool Makuba PC case. Obviously, the highlight of this setup is that amazing display shelf, which is locally sourced and built by the OP themselves. The shelf not only shows off the OP's amazing collection, but it also adds some fantastic ambient lighting to the room. Up next, we've got this fun naturalist setup that comes to us from user Agi110. Here we've got a single monitor setup that's on a desk riser, leaving plenty of room for their other peripherals and their mounted laptop. Speaking of their peripherals, you can also spot an iconic glorious Model O mouse, as well as an absolutely gorgeous set of Edifier speakers. I love the wood tones mixed with orange and green throughout this build, as it gives it a super cozy vibe to the whole area. This setup comes to us from freakingcamerasticks, who is clearly a huge fan of pop figures. Starting with their displays, they've got a triple monitor setup featuring two A-open monitors and an LG monitor stacked on top of them. Flanking the LG monitor is a set of speakers, both of which are mounted onto Pearlsmith speaker stands. Down under all of this, you can clearly spot a Razer mousepad with some sweet red RGB to match the rest of the build. The star of the show here is obviously that impressive Funko Pop collection, which is expertly worked into the build to act as both decor and storage. With this next setup from dannymrower, we're moving to more of a minimalist aesthetic. We've got just a single monitor, however this LG Ergo monitor isn't anything to scoff at, as it provides plenty of quality screen room and looks even more impressive with the gorgeous backlighting. Below the monitor we can spot a Keychron K4 keyboard, as well as what looks to be a Logitech MX Master mouse. While the decor is minimal, I really love the added touches of the salt lamp, which gives off a warm orange light, which is a nice contrast to the lavender LEDs. At our number 6 spot, we've got this setup submitted by user drake. Here we've got another triple monitor setup, however this time we've got a horizontal LG monitor flanked by two vertical monitors, which is more of a unique configuration that we don't see as often. On the right we can see the OP's PC, which is all contained into an incredibly popular NZXT H1 PC case. Last but not least, we can also see a Razer mouse down on the desk that matches very well with the keyboard and the theming of the whole build. At our halfway point in our list, we've got this killer setup from user Adonis. We've got a super unique display setup with a Legion 5 laptop sandwiched in between two vertical monitors and mounted underneath an ultra-wide LG monitor. The OP's other peripherals include a Logitech keyboard and a matching Logitech mouse. That Legion 5 laptop also includes a Ryzen 7 and an RTX 2060. This setup is not only incredibly powerful, but it is also one of the most unique configurations that I've ever seen for a laptop build. Leave a comment down below if you think I should do a laptop only setup list. Our next setup comes from Core Live, who uses it to solely focus on art creation and music production. This setup is very efficient in the amount of tech that it manages to fit into a relatively small space, managing to fit a large monitor, a towering set of speakers, keyboard and Logitech mouse onto the desk with room to spare for the gear that's perfect for trance music production. The lighting in this setup is also perfect, with some great contrast between the orange mall lamp and the blue standing light tubes. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we've got this video editing battle station from a user named GamingVibes20k. Here we've got a single Philips monitor, which is connected to a MacBook Air. Below the monitor we can see a DAE keyboard with some gorgeous keycaps that matches perfectly to the colour scheme of the rest of the build. On either side of the desk you can also see a large white Polk Audio S20 signature speaker, which not only provides the high quality audio required for video editing, but it also stands out and brings a clean and unique feel to the build. Here we've got a dual setup from Apezor. On the left side, we've got a PC featuring an i7-8700K and a GTX 1080 Ti, a triple monitor setup featuring an Agi110 monitor, and two other Asus monitors, a Agi110 mini keyboard, a Logitech G Pro X Superlight, and a Logitech G PowerPlay mousepad. On the right side, we've got a PC featuring an i9-10900K and an RTX 3090, an LG 27G N950 monitor, and an LG 27G i85 monitor, alongside a Agi110 keyboard, a Logitech G Pro X Superlight mouse, and a Logitech G PowerPlay mousepad. Last but not least, we've also got some amazing Secret Lab Omega chairs at either station. All of this amazing gear paired with the really cool ambient lighting gives this whole setup an interesting vibe, and it seems like an amazing place for some late night gaming. At our number 1 place on the list, we've got this amazing setup from Excalibur 87. On the desk, we're looking at a Agi1 Mini 2 keyboard with a wrist rest, a glorious Model O mouse, a Lian Li XL PC case, and a Lian Li Mini PC case. On the right side of the photo, we can also see part of what appears to be a Secret Lab chair. Between the amazing gear, the stunning colour scheme, and the atmospheric lighting, this setup is exactly the kind of place that you could spend hours at and never get tired of. And that is the end of the list. I hope you have all enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like on the video and comment down below which setup was your favourite. If you haven't already, subscribe now to see more videos just like this one, and I'll see you all later.